Welcome to all of you. The lecture on mass spectroscopy and its applications is mainly for first semester chemistry students of our college. The syllabus related with this topic is present the syllabus of physical methods in chemistry 1, syllabus of our university, Bharidasan University. As this lecture is based on syllabus, I want to read the syllabus related with this topic. Mass spectrometry, instrumentation, resolution, ESI, EI, CI, and FAB methods, base peak, isotope peaks, metastable peaks, importance of metastable peaks, parent peak, recognition of molecular ion peak, fragmentation, general rules, pattern of fragmentation for various classes of compounds, McLafferty rearrangements, and nitrogen rule.
This slide shows a request to viewers. The next topic, principles of mass spectrometry. Here, a beam of electron with medium energy, about 10 electron volt, is passed through a substance in vapor state at low pressure. That is, the substance must be in vapor state, then only the ionization takes place. Now, the molecule of the substance get ionized to form a molecular ion, and another name for molecular ion, that is parent ion. Because the number of ions are produced from this ion, so it is called as parent ion. And also the ion has a positive charge and odd electron. That is general name for this ion, that is radical cation. That is a neutral molecule M. On ionization it gives M plus dot, that is M plus an electron gives M plus dot plus 2 electron. Here M plus dot, that is called molecular ion, which has unipositive charge and an odd electron. And here 2 electrons are ejected, that is an electron is the electron used for ionization, another one is electron removed from the molecule, that is an electron of the molecule is removed, that is from a bonding pair or a lone pair. If a molecule contains lone pair, then an electron from the lone pair is removed. If the molecule has no lone pair, then an electron from bonding pair is removed. So the 2 electron means that is one electron is for used for ionization, another one is another electron is removed from the molecule. That is why we have 2 electrons. So the reaction, that is ionization, that is M plus an electron gives M plus dot plus 2 electron. Here M plus dot is called as parent ion and general name is radical cation. Now the sum of the molecular ions undergo fragmentation, and the molecular ion and the daughter ions are allowed to pass through an electric field with opposite charge to get narrow beam and acceleration. Now the accelerated narrow beam is allowed to pass through the magnetic field, and in the magnetic field the ions are separated, deflected according to the mass to charge ratio, that is M by Z. M is the mass, Z is the charge of the ion. That is all the ions have the charge, unipositive charge. So the charge is M, charge is plus 1, so M by Z is simply mass of the ion. Separator ions are allowed to fall on photomultiplier tube of detector cum collector device, and on falling the ions on the photomultiplier tube, a minute current is produced, and the current developed on the photomultiplier tube depends upon the number of ions which fall on the photomultiplier tube. So that the current signal is amplified by amplifier and recorded according to the mass to charge with the intensity, that is intensity of ions. The two data, one is the mass to charge value with the intensity. These are plotted in a graph, and the graph that is called spectrophotograph, mass spectrophotograph. Simply it is called as mass spectrum. So in one coordinates M by Z, another coordinate intensity of the ion. The four functions in a mass spectrometer are: 1. Creation of ions. That is, the sample molecules are subjected to a medium energy beam of electrons, converting some of them to ions, and some ions are fragmented. That is, molecular ions and daughter ions. And after these ions, after the formation of molecular ions and daughter ions, these ions are accelerated by allowing the ions into opposite charge plates.
That is, the ions formed are accelerated in an electric field by oppositely charged plates. And after getting narrow beam, the ions are allowed to pass through the magnetic field, that is separation of ions. That is, accelerated ions are separated according to mass to charge ratio, m by z in the magnetic field. And the separate ions are detected by detector cum collector device, that is detection of ions. That is, as each ion separated population of ions, each separate population of ions is generated, and the spectrometer needs to qualify, that is m by z, and quantify intensity of the ions. Once again, this slide shows four important processes. What are the processes? One is ionization, another one is acceleration, and third one is deflection, and the fourth one is detection cum collection. That is, the ions are detected according to m by z value, and the ions, how much of ions are formed by uh, recording intensity of ions. And the mass spectrum means that is a spectrograph between m by z and the relative intensity of ions. That is a mass spectrum. That is, mass spectrum gives two data. One is m by z and corresponding relative intensity of the ions. In the mass spectrometer, only cations are detected. Radicals, atoms and molecules are invisible or not detected in mass spectrometer. And most cations found have a charge of plus one charge, plus positive charge. And so the amount of deflection observed is usually dependent on the mass of the ion. Amount of deflection depends on mass to charge ratio, that is highest m by z ions deflected least, lowest m by z ions deflected most. First, components of mass spectrometer. We have already discussed what are the components, that is what are the processes. One is ionization, another one is acceleration, and third one is deflection, and fourth one is detection. All these are shown in the next slide. This slide shows various components for where components involved in the mass spectrometer, that is ionization, acceleration, deflection, and detection. So far we have discussed the basic principle of mass spectroscopy by different illustrations. The next one is how, by taking specific example, how a molecular ion is formed. That is, by taking methane as an example, the methane gives the molecular ion, which is shown in the first figure, and ethane molecule gives the molecular ion, which is shown in the second figure. So the molecular ions are formed by the loss of an electron, and due to loss, a positive charge is created. So all these are shown in this slide. And the molecular ion is usually the highest mass in the spectrum. This slide shows how molecular ion of methane is formed from methane molecule. That is, methane molecule plus an electron gives molecular ion of methane with the m by Z16, and with the elimination of two electrons. I already told these two electrons are one from the molecule, another one is from the electron used for ionization. This slide shows how the molecular ion of methane undergoes fragmentation. So CH4 plus dot, that is a molecular ion of methane. If it eliminates a hydrogen radical, the ion becomes CH3 plus with m by Z15. Afterwards, on elimination of another hydrogen radical, it becomes CH2 plus dot with m by Z14. Afterwards, on elimination of hydrogen radical, it becomes CH1 plus with m by Z13. Afterwards, on elimination of H dot, the radical becomes C plus dot with m by Z12. That is, daughter ends of CH4 plus dot are one CH3 plus, another one is CH2 plus dot, another one is CH1 plus, another one is C plus dot. So on taking mass spectrum of methane, it gives 5 peaks corresponding to M by Z 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. And the peak at M by Z 16 is molecular ion, and this ion has greater stability. This peak itself is base peak. Impact of stream of high energy electrons can also break the molecule into fragments. For example, here the fragmentation of ethane is given. Here ethane gives molecular ion with M by Z 30. On elimination of hydrogen radical, it gives another ion, that is CH3 CH2 plus with M by Z 29. Or the molecular ion gives CH3 plus and CH3 dot, and CH3 plus has M by Z 15, and CH3 dot, that is free radical, which is not detected by the mass spectrometer. Now, what is mass spectrum? I already told mass spectrum is a plot of the relative abundance of ions versus the mass to charge ratio, that is relative abundance versus M by Z. That graph, spectrograph, that is called mass spectrum. In mass spectrum, there are number of peaks, number of various types of peaks. One such peak is base peak, that is a peak with 10% intensity. That peak is due to the ions which is formed in maximum amount, and all mass spectrum contains this peak. This peak is useful to determine which ion has maximum stability and hence to determine fragmentation pattern. That is about base peak. This slide shows clearly the base peak, that is peak with 10% intensity. Next topic, molecular ion peak. Molecular ion peak is a peak which is given by molecular ion. Molecular ion is formed by the loss of an electron from the neutral molecule. I already told how the molecular ion is formed from molecule. And the symbol for molecular ion is given by M plus dot, that is M molecule with the unipositive charge with an odd electron. So it is M plus dot, that is molecular ion, otherwise called as parent ion. Radical, it is a radical cation. The peak corresponds to this ion, that is called molecular ion peak. About 30% of the organic compound cannot give molecular ion peak because after formation of molecular ion, for about 30% of organic compound, the molecular ion is completely fragmented to smaller ions, daughter ions. So about 30% of organic compound cannot give molecular ion, and the molecular ion, usually the molecular ion has highest M by E value of mass spectrum. And the use of this molecular peak is to determine the molecular weight of the compound. And all the ions, molecular ion and daughter ions, all they have unipositive charge. So M by Z value is simply mass of the ion. So the mass of molecular ion, that is simply M is the value of the molecular ion. That is the molecular weight of, exactly molecular weight of the compound. So that is the use of molecular ion peak. So by knowing the M by Z value of molecular ion peak, one can easily predict the molecular weight of compound, that is the mass of molecular ion. This topic is isotopics. These isotopics are due to natural existence of isotopes of various elements. So we have to discuss these things in next slide. Most elements occur naturally as a mixture of isotopes. For example, carbon exists as carbon 13 isotope, and hydrogen as H2 isotope, and nitrogen as N15 isotope, and oxygen O16 isotope, and chlorine 37 isotope. Similarly, a number of elements exist as isotopes naturally. Now, the presence of the significant amounts of heavier isotopes leads to small peaks that have masses that are higher than the parent ion peak. For example, M plus 1 peak and M plus 2 peaks. These two peaks, M plus 1 and M plus 2 peaks, are isotope peaks. M plus 1 means that is a peak which has one mass unit higher than molecular ion peak M plus peak. And M plus 2 peak means that is a peak with two mass units greater than molecular ion peak. Molecular ion peak is represented by M plus, and isotopics are represented as M plus 1 and M plus 2. For example, methane. If we take methane, we have already seen the fragmentation of methane. This methane gives total 5 ions including molecular ion.
with the different masses, that is M by Z 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. So these ions gives different peaks with 5 peaks with mass M by Z 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. And apart from these peaks, a peak is obtained at with the mass M by Z 17 and 18. Now these peaks are, that is peaks with the mass 17 and 18 in the case of methane are isotope peaks. And the peak with mass M by Z17, that is obtained by the ion with carbon isotope, that is carbon 13, and the normal hydrogen 4 times, that is C13H4 plus dot. This ion gives M plus 1 peak, that is a peak with mass 17. Similarly, the peak with M by Z18 is obtained by the ion with mass carbon isotope 13 and hydrogen isotope with mass number 2 and normal hydrogen in 3 times plus dot. This ion gives the peak with M by Z18. So in the case of methane, the peaks obtained with M by Z17 and M by Z18, these peaks are isotopics of methane. Now, the isotopic intensity depends on natural abundance of isotopes. If the isotope exists in larger amount, then the intensity of isotopic is also higher. If the intensity, the isotope existence is very small, then the intensity of isotopic is also very less. So this slide shows the natural existence of various isotopes of various different elements. For example, H1 that exists in percentage 99.9 percentage, but its isotope H2 exists in 0.15 percentage, very small percentage. And similarly, in the carbon 12 exists 98.89 percentage, but its isotope carbon 13 exists as 1.11 percentage. But some elements like sulfur, sulfur 34, and chlorine 37, bromine 81, these elements exist the isotopes in larger amount. Sulfur 34 isotope exists in 4.22 percentage, and chlorine 35, chlorine 37 isotope exists in 24.23 percentage, and bromine 81 exists in 49.31, almost equal percentage of normal bromine element. So this slide shows the percentage existence of isotopes of various elements naturally. I have already told isotopic intensity. Isotopic intensity depends on natural abundance of isotopes. That is, if the existence is a larger amount, then the intensity is high. If the existence is a small amount, then the intensity of isotopic is very less. So, except compounds with bromine and chlorine and sulfur, the isotopic intensities are small due to low abundance of isotopes. And in the case of bromo compounds, the bromine 79, that is normal, it exists in 50.5 percentage, and the bromine 81, its isotope exists in 49.5 percentage, so almost equal percentage. So in the case of compounds containing bromine, the intensity ratio of molecular and peak and to that of isotopic M plus 2 peak, that is intensity ratio is 1:1. Similarly, in the case of chlorine, chlorine 35 is normal, which exists as 75.77 percentage, and its isotope chlorine 37 exists as 24.23 percentage. That is, the existence is one third of the chlorine isotope exists one third of normal element chlorine 35. So, in the case of compound containing chlorine, the intensity ratio of molecular ion peak to that of isotopic M plus 2 peak, that is the ratio is 3:1. In the case of sulfur compound also, the M plus 2 peak intensity is comparable with intensity of molecular ion peak. So except these elements, bromine, chlorine, sulfur, the isotopic intensities are very small. And the intensity of isotopics, M plus 1 peak and M plus 2 peak, these are theoretically given with the related with number of carbon atoms, number of oxygen atom, and number of nitrogen atoms. For example, Pm plus 1, that is intensity of M plus 1 peak, that is equal to 1.1 into number of carbon atom plus 0.015 into number of oxygen atom plus 0.37 into number of nitrogen atom. Similarly, Pm plus 2, that is intensity of M plus 2 peak, that is given by 1.1 into number of carbon atom whole square divided by 200 plus 0.2 into number of oxygen atom. So using these formulas, we can determine the number of carbon atom, oxygen, nitrogen, and these elements, hydrogen, these elements, the number of elements in the molecular formula is determined using this formula. And Pm plus 1 and Pm plus 2, these values, intensity of M plus 1, M plus 1 and M plus 2, these data are taken from mass spectrum of the compound, and using these formulas we can determine the molecular formula of the compound. That is the uses of isotopics. Next topic, intensity of M plus 1 and M plus 2 peaks, that is the intensity of isotopics. I already told intensity of isotopics depend on the existence of isotopes in nature, and most of the elements exist isotopes in very small percentage, but in certain elements like sulfur, chlorine, and bromine, these elements exist in isotopes in a larger percentage. The intensity of M plus 1 peak is very small due to low abundance, low existence of isotope with one mass unit greater than normal elements. That is elements carbon 13, nitrogen 15, oxygen 17, and these isotopes exist in very small percentage. So the M plus 1 peak intensity is very small, but intensity of M plus 2 peak is still more less, except compounds containing sulfur and chlorine and bromine. These elements, sulfur and chlorine, bromine, these elements exist isotopes in larger percentage. So these elements give isotope peaks. M plus 2 peak in intensity is somewhat higher. Already we have discussed the intensity of M plus 2 peaks for the compounds containing these elements, sulfur, chlorine, and bromine. But compounds containing other than these elements, the M plus 2 peak intensity is very small. That is, intensity of M plus 2 peak is still more less than the intensity of M plus 1 peak, because the probability of forming M plus 2 ion is probability very small. That can be explained by taking methane as an example. For example, if you take methane, that is CH4 plus dot, that is a molecular ion, and C13 isotope with H4 plus dot ion, that is M plus 1 ion, and C13H plus H4 plus dot ion, that is M plus 1 ion. That ions form in about 1.1 percentage of molecular ion, because carbon 13 exists as 1.11 percentage. The intensity of M plus 2 ion, that is C13 H2 H3 plus dot, that is M plus 2 ion, and the total mass of this ion is 18, where the mass of molecular ion is 16. So this ion is the M plus 2 ion, and this ion formation of this ion, the probability is very small. There is a probability of a combination of C13 isotope and H2 isotope to form C13 H2 H3 plus dot, that is M plus 2 ion. That probability of formation of this ion is very small. So the intensity of M plus 2 peak is still more less. I already told use of isotopic is to determine molecular formula of the compound. For that, I have discussed a problem in this slide. That is problem number 1. A compound containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen of molecular weight 164, and Pm plus 1 is 11, Pm plus 2 is 1, and calculate molecular formula of the compound. So the intensity by the intensity of isotopics, we can determine the molecular formula using theoretical formulas for Pm plus 1 and Pm plus 2. The formula of the compound CX, HY, and OZ, and the Pm plus 1, the formula, theoretical formula, that is equal to 1.1 into number of carbon atoms plus 0.015 into number of oxygen atom, and the 0.015, that number is negligible when compared with 1.1. So the formula, it becomes Pm plus 1 is equal to 1.1 into number of carbon atom, and here in the formula Pm plus 1 is given by, the intensity is given by 11. So 11 is equal to 1.1 into number of carbon atom, and number of carbon atom, that is X is equal to 11 divided by 1.1, that is equal to 10. That is the molecular formula of the compound contains 10 carbon atom. Another formula Pm plus 2, that is a theoretical formula, that is equal to 1.1 in number of carbon atom whole square divided by 200 plus 0.2 in number of oxygen atom, and by simply substituting number of carbon atom as 10 and the intensity of M plus 2 peak, the isotope peak, that is given 1, and substituting the number carbon atom as 10 and Pm plus 2 1, we can simplify the equation for number of oxygen atom, and the number of oxygen atom is equal to 2. So the formula contains 10 carbon atoms and 2 oxygen atoms. To determine the number of hydrogen atoms in the formula, for that molecular weight 164, that is used, and total molecular weight, that is 10 carbon atom into atomic weight of carbon, that is 12, plus number of hydrogen atom, let it be 1, let it be y, and the atomic weight of hydrogen is 1, and plus number of oxygen atom is 2, and the atomic weight of oxygen is 16. So the total value, that is 164. By simplifying this equation, we can determine the value for y, that is equal to 12. So the formula is C10H12O2. Thus the molecular formula is determined from the intensity of isotopics, that is here M plus 1 and M plus 2. In this slide, another problem is discussed to determine the molecular formula from the intensity of isotopics and the compound containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and also nitrogen. Here the problem number is 2, a compound containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen of molecular weight 181, and the intensity of isotopics Pm plus 1 is equal to 9.9, Pm plus 2 is equal to 0.8. Calculate molecular formula of the compound. That is a problem. And let the formula of the compound CXNY HNOZ. X is the number of carbon atoms, Y is the number of nitrogen atom, N is the number of hydrogen atom, and Z is the number of oxygen atoms in the formula. So we have the theoretical formula, that is Pm plus 1 is equal to 1.1 into number of carbon atoms plus 0.37 into number of hydrogen atoms. So by substituting the value of intensity M plus 1, we can determine number of carbon atom and number of nitrogen atom. So here there are two data, one is X, another one is Y. That is Y, X is the number of carbon atom, Y is the number of nitrogen atom. Now there is a rule, nitrogen rule. As per nitrogen rule, number of nitrogen atom is odd in this case, because the molecular weight is odd. What is nitrogen rule? If the molecular weight is odd, then the molecular formula contains odd number of nitrogen atoms, that is 1, 3, 5, etc. So here in this problem, the molecular weight of the compound is 181, which is odd. So the molecular formula contains odd number of nitrogen atoms, and an odd number, first number, that is y is equal to 1. Y is equal to 1, that is substituted, and the value of carbon atom is determined, and here on substituting the value of y is equal to 1, and number of carbon atom X is calculated, that value is 8.66. So it is a fraction number, so the value of number of nitrogen atom 1 is wrong, because the number of carbon atom should not be a fraction number. So if X is whole number, then y is equal to 1 is correct, but here X is fraction number, therefore y is equal to 1 is wrong. So next number of odd number, that is 3, is substituted for number of nitrogen atom, that is if y is equal to 3 and the value of X is calculated, the value is exactly number 8. So number of nitrogen atom is 3 is correct, and with the number of carbon atoms 8. So far we have determined number of carbon atom as 8 and number of nitrogen atom as 3. In this way, for compound containing nitrogen, the number of carbon atoms and nitrogen atoms are determined. Number of carbon atoms and number of nitrogen atoms, the formula is determined. To determine number of oxygen atom, the molecular formula, another theoretical formula is used, that is Pm plus 2 is equal to 1.1 into number of carbon atom whole square divided by 200 plus 0.2 into number of oxygen atom. And by substituting the value of Pm plus 2 as 0.8 and number of carbon atom as 8, we can calculate number of oxygen atom, that is Z is equal to 2. That is number of oxygen atom in the formula is 2. So far we have determine number of carbon atom as 8, number of oxygen atom as 2, and number of hydrogen atom is 3. And number of the number of hydrogen atom is n. So on by substituting the atomic weight of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen with the number, the total weight, molecular weight is 181, that is 8 into 12, that is 12 is the atomic weight of carbon, and plus n into 1 is the atomic weight of hydrogen, plus 2 into 16, 16 is the atomic weight of oxygen, plus 3 into 14, 14 is the atomic weight of nitrogen. So and by substituting all these values, we can simply calculate the value of n, and the value of n is 11, that is number of hydrogen atom in the formula is 11. So the molecular formula is Ce8H11O2N3. In this way, the molecular formula is determined from the intensity of isotopics. That is the use of isotopics. That is, isotopics are used to determine molecular formula of the compound. In this slide, mass spectrum of propyl bromide is given. Here, propyl bromide, which contains bromine, and bromine element is one of the elements which is easily recognized element in mass spectroscopy. It is bromine that exists in isotopes with equal percentage. That is, bromine 79 is normal and bromine 81 is its isotope. And bromine 79 and bromine 81 both are exist equal percentage in nature. So this compound gives a molecular end peak and isotopic with equal intensity. So the mass spectrum contains molecular end peak and isotopic with equal intensity, and another peak, base peak, that peak has equal 10% intensity. That peak is formed. That peak is given by the ion CH3, CH2, CH2 plus by simply fragmentation of molecular ion, that is by elimination of bromine radical. So the spectrum contains base peak, molecular end peak, and isotopics, some other dot ions peak with the mass 41 and with the mass 27. This slide shows mass spectrum of chlorobenzene, and the mass spectrum contains various peaks. One peak at m by z 112, that is molecular end peak, exact molecular weight of the compound. Another peak at m by z 114, that is m plus 2 peak, that is isotope peak. And also here also the chlorine is one of the element which is easily recognized element in a mass spectroscopy. This slide shows mass spectrum of compound containing sulfur. Sulfur also an element which is easily recognized in mass spectroscopy. The compound containing sulfur, here the m plus 2 peak, that is about 4% of molecular end peak, and here molecular end peak is shown, and m plus 2 peak intensity, that is m plus 2 peak is also given, shown, and the base peak at 78, that is also given. So and the other peaks are dot ions peaks. So this line shows the mass spectrum of a compound which contains sulfur. So far we have seen three compounds, one compound containing bromine, another compound containing chlorine, and another compound containing sulfur. So only these compounds, the isotopic m plus 2 peaks, intensity of isotopics are m plus 2 peak is high. For other compounds containing other elements except bromine, chlorine, sulfur, the isotopic intensities are very less. This slide shows mass spectrum of iodine substituted methyl cyanide, and the spectrum contains P corresponds to molecular ion, and here the molecular ion is formed in larger amount. That peak itself is a base peak, and there is no M plus 2 peak because iodine is non-isotope element. So the spectrum has no M plus 2 peak, and also there is a large gap between M plus peak and I plus peak, and the M by Z value of I plus peak, that is 127. So in this way we can recognize the compound containing iodine. Next topic is metastable peaks, and these peaks are very important. The question may be asked frequently about this topic, metastable peaks. We have discussed in detail in the next slide. Metastable ions, metastable peaks. So metastable peaks are due to fragmentation of ion after acceleration and before entering into the magnetic field. Now consider an ion with the mass m1. If it enters in the electric field and the magnetic field with the m1 mass, then due to this ion, a peak is obtained with the mass m1. And if the ion is fragmented to m2 before entering the electric field and enters the electric field and magnetic field with mass m2, due to this ion, a peak is obtained with the mass m2. Now consider the ion with the mass m1 which enters the electric field with mass m1, and before entering the magnetic field, if it is fragmented to another ion with mass m2, then no peak is obtained with mass m1 and m2, and another peak is obtained with mass m star. That due to this process, a peak is obtained with mass m star. There is an apparent mass number. That mass number is given by m star is equal to m2 square divided by m1. That peak is called as the peak obtained with the mass m star. That peak is called as metastable peaks. Metastable peak, and corresponding ion is metastable ion. The uses of this metastable peak is to understand fragmentation pattern. So for understanding fragmentation pattern, the M by Z value of metastable peaks are useful. This slide shows clearly the formation of metastable peak due to fragmentation of an ion with mass m1 to m2, the second field free region. In the first field free region, the ion has mass m1 and it enters in the electric field. After entering the electric field, the second field free region, it is fragmented to m2. So due to this process, metastable peak is obtained. What are the characteristics of metastable peaks? One characteristic, non-integer value of m by z, mass to charge ratio, and the peak is broad peak, and the peak is less intense peak. These are the characteristics of metastable peaks. That is non-integer value of m by z, and metastable peaks are broad, and the intensity of metastable peaks are less. Next topic, peaks of toluene. This slide shows peaks of toluene with M by Z values. The toluene gives 3 peaks, dot line peaks, and 3 peaks with the one peak with mass 92, another peak with the mass 91, another peak with the mass 90. So the peak with the M by Z 92 is molecular and peak because the molecular weight of the compound is 92. So after the formation of molecular ion, the molecular ion, it eliminates a H dot, forming a special type of cation, that is tropylium cation, which has 7 carbon atoms with the delocalization of pi bond and positive charge. So in compared with the other ions, this ion has greater stability. So wherever this ion form, that ion gives the base peak. So in the case of toluene, this ion, tropylium cation, is formed. So the peak with M by Z 91 is due to formation of tropylium cation, that is base peak, and a molecular ion which is fragmented to tropylium cation after acceleration, before entering into the magnetic field, some ions gives the peak with the metastable peak with the mass m by z 90. So that is m star is equal to m2 square divided by m1 and 91 square divided by 92, that is equal to 90. So the peak obtained with m by z 90, that peak is metastable peak. So this compound toluene gives m by is at 92, at m by is 92 is molecular peak, and m by is at 91, that is base peak, and m by is at 90, that peak is metastable peak. Next topic, McLafferty rearrangement. It is an important topic. Questions are frequently asked in this topic. And on taking mass spectrum of aldehyde, ketone, acid, alcohol, ester, amine, etc. containing gamma hydrogen atom, due to this rearrangement, that is McLafferty rearrangement, an ion is found. That ion is simply called as McLafferty rearrangement ion, that is Mr ion, and that ion gives a peak. That peak is called as McLafferty rearrangement ion peak, that is Mr ion peak. What is the rearrangement? That rearrangement is nothing but migration of gamma hydrogen followed by cleavage of beta bonds. And this rearrangement is proceeded through a formation of 6-member transition state. And during this rearrangement, a neutral molecule is eliminated and forming a cation. That cation is called as known as Mr ion. That ion gives a peak. That peak is called as Mr ion peak. This slide shows clearly the McLafferty rearrangement. In first case, Z red color symbol Z, that is a functional group, and gamma hydrogen beta bond, these are indicated, and migration of gamma hydrogen followed by cleavage of beta bond indicates the two species. One is neutral molecule, another one is ion. That ion is called as Mr ion. That ion gives the peak. That peak is called as Mr ion peak. And in the second case, the symbol R and R1, if R1 is equal to H, then the compound is aldehyde, and if R1 is alkyl group, then it is ketone, and this compound here also beta bond is indicated, and during this McLafferty arrangement, a neutral molecule, that is R CH double bond CH2, that is neutral molecule, another ion is formed. That ion is Mr ion. Similarly, another example, that is propyl cyanide, that gives a neutral molecule and ion with mass m by z 41. That ion is called as Mr ion. That gives a peak with m by z 41. That peak is called as Mr ion peak. Yeah, third case is a specific example, and the remaining two are general. So this slide shows fragmentation and McLafferty rearrangements given by butyrene. So on taking mass spectrum of butyrene, it gives a peak with m by E 92. That peak is called as Mr ion peak. That ion is formed by McLafferty rearrangement. And also another peak with the m by E 91, that is also obtained by elimination of a propyl radical, and that ion is called as propylium cation. That ion gives the base peak. That is another peak. 91 m by E 92, that is Mr ion peak, and m by E 91, that peak is propylium base peak. That peak corresponds to propylium cation. Next topic, that is nitrogen rule. This rule gives a clue to determine number of nitrogen atom in the molecular formula. Nitrogen is very simple. I have already told about nitrogen rule during the problem number 2 on this presentation. And nitrogen rule, that is, if molecular weight of a compound is even, then the molecule of the compound contains even number of nitrogen atoms or no nitrogen atom. So if the molecular weight is even, then the molecular formula contains 0 or 2, 4, 6 nitrogen atoms. And if molecular weight is odd, then the molecular formula, that is molecule of the compound, contains odd number of nitrogen atoms, that is 1, 3, 5, etc. For example, if we take methane, this molecular weight is 16 and it has no nitrogen atom, 0 nitrogen atom. And in the case of phenylhydrazine, molecular weight is 108, that is, a number is even, then a number of nitrogen atom is 2, even number of nitrogen atom. And the nitrogen rule is if the molecular weight is even, then the molecule of the compound contains even number of nitrogen atoms or no nitrogen atom. And consider another compound aniline, molecular weight is 93 odd, number of nitrogen atom is 1. Nitrogen atom is 1. So that nitrogen rule gives a clue about the number of nitrogen atoms in the formula. That is very simple. The molecular weight is odd, then the molecular formula contains odd number of nitrogen atom. If the molecular weight is even, then the molecular formula contains even number of nitrogen atom or no nitrogen atom. Next topic, that is ring rule. That is ring rule is a rule which gives a clue about double bond equivalence. Double bond equivalence means there is a number of double bond plus number of rings. There are two formulas. One formula is for molecule and odd electron ion. Another one is for even electron ion. And the symbol for double bond equivalence is normally that is U. U is equal to n minus half k plus half m plus 1. Here n is the number of tetravalent atoms like carbon, silicon, etc. And K is the number of monovalent atoms like hydrogen, halogen, etc. And M is the number of trivalent atoms like nitrogen, phosphorus, etc. So in the formula there is a number of tetravalent, monovalent, trivalent atoms N, K, M. So N is the number of tetravalent atoms, K is the number of monovalent atom, and M is the number of trivalent atoms in the formula. So using this formula, we can calculate double bond equivalence for molecule and odd electron ion. And for even electron ion, the formula, there is a slight modification, that is U is equal to n minus half k plus half m plus half 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. There is a difference. There is a small change in the formula, that is 1 by 2. So to find whether the ion is odd or even, sum of electrons of atoms of ion and minus 1. If the answer is odd, and then the ion is odd electron ion. If the answer is even, then the ion is even electron ion. So using these formulas, we can determine the number of double bond equivalents. This slide shows a ring rule for molecule in another way. That is U is equal to C plus 1 minus H by 2 minus X by 2 plus N by 2, where C is the number of carbon atom, H is the number of hydrogen atom, X is the number of halogen atom, and N is the number of nitrogen atom in the molecular formula. This is the formula to calculate double bond equivalence for molecule. Next topic, fragmentation types and rules. There are various types of fragmentation. One type, sigma bond rupture in alkane group. So alkane group RH. So on elimination of an electron, that is ionization, it gives R plus dot H. That is, in the place of a bond, a positive charge and an electron is given. So on elimination of H dot, it gives R plus, that is an ion. This is one type of fragmentation type. One type of fragmentation, that is sigma bond rupture in alkane group. Another fragmentation type, that is sigma bond rupture near fundamental group. Here ether group and keto group, these are given. So the fragmentation is another type is sigma bond rupture near fundamental group. By taking ether group and carbonyl group, the fragmentation type is explained. Third type of fragmentation is elimination by multiple sigma bond rupture by taking a cyclic compound, that is a sigma bond rupture is given. It gives two species. One ion has positive, one species has positive charge, another one is neutral molecule, and it is reverse of this reaction is reverse of Diels-Alder reaction, that is retro Diels-Alder reaction. In the example 2, sigma bonds are ruptured and forming the ion and a neutral molecule. Another type of fragmentation, that is McLafferty rearrangement. We have already discussed this rearrangement in the previous slides. Another type of fragmentation, that is even electron rule. Even electron rule means an even electron ion will not fragment to two odd electron species. Two odd electron species, that is even electron species will not fragment to two odd electron species. The energy of product side has high energy, so this reaction does not take place. So that is even electron rule. But the ion will fragment to an ion and a neutral molecule, which is shown in the slide. Next topic, fragmentation patterns. That is the impact of the stream of high energy electrons often breaks a molecule into fragments, commonly a cation and a radical. And bonds break to give the most stable cation, and stability of the radical is less important. Molecular ions break into characteristic fragments that can be identified. Positive charge goes to fragments that best can stabilize it. That is, the ion gives a positive ion which has greater stability. For example, if we take neopentane, first it gives molecular ion. After the formation of molecular ion, it eliminates a methyl radical, forming tertiary butyl carbocation with M by Z mass to charge value, that is 57. That ion has that ion gives a peak which has greater intensity. Next topic, fragmentation pattern of alkanes. In the case of alkane, for loss of methyl group, which gives a peak with a mass M plus minus 15. That is minus 15 is due to removal of elimination of methyl free radical. Similarly, loss of ethyl free radical gives the peak M plus minus 29, and 29 is due to removal of ethyl free radical. And similarly, loss of propyne gives a peak M plus minus 43, and 43 is due to mass of propyl radical. And another peak, if it contains a larger chain, then it gives loss of butyl M plus minus 15, and 15 is due to removal of butyl free radical. And branched alkanes tend to fragment, forming the most stable carbocation. Next one is fragmentation pattern of alcohol. Alcohols fragment easily, resulting in very small molecular and peak, or missing of molecular and peak, that is parent ion peak. And alcohols may lose hydroxy radical corresponding to mass 17, and alcohols may lose water corresponding to mass 18. And that is, alcohols give peaks at M plus minus 17 and M plus minus 18. That is, 17 is due to removal of hydroxy radical, and 18 is due to removal of water molecule. And alcohols commonly lose an alkyl group attached to the carbonyl carbon, forming an oxonium ion. That is, primary alcohol usually as prominent peak. Primary alcohol gives a peak at M by Z 31, corresponding to the ion CH2 double bond OH plus. So that ion is due to the presence of primary alcohol of the mass spectrum. This slide shows fragmentation pattern of amine. In the case of secondary amine, there is a possibility of this ion, iminium ion, and the chain is in one side which is a propyl group, in another side methyl or ethyl or propyl group, etc. There is a possibility of forming this ion, iminium ion, with M by Z 72. This slide shows fragmentation pattern of esters. It is by the loss of alkoxy radical or by the loss of alkyl radical. The ester gives the peaks M plus minus OR or M plus minus R. This slide shows fragmentation pattern of aldehydes. So aldehydes usually has prominent peak at M by Z 29, corresponding to HEC triple bond O plus. And common fragments of aldehydes M plus minus 1 and M plus minus 29. This 1 is due to loss of H dot, and 29 is due to loss of CHO dot. This slide shows fragmentation pattern of ketones, and ketone usually has prominent peak at M by Z 43, corresponding to the ion CH3C triple bond O plus, and the loss of R, that is R alkyl radical, forming the ion, and loss of another alkyl radical forming another ion. All these are shown in this slide. This slide shows fragmentation pattern of aniline, specific example aniline, and here aniline molecule gives a molecular ion with the M by Z 93, and after the formation of this molecular ion, it eliminates a H dot, forming another ion, that is C6H5NH plus dot with M by Z 92, and the molecular ion may lose a molecule HCN, forming an ion, that is C5H6 plus dot with the M by Z 66, and from this ion loss of H dot, forming C5H5 plus with M by Z 65. So all these, all these ions, the molecular ion has greatest stability due to conjugation of lone pair on the nitrogen with the pi bonds in the rings. So that ion has greatest stability. So the molecular ion peak itself is a base peak. So the molecular ion has maximum stability. So it gives base peak. This slide shows fragmentation pattern of nitrobenzene. Nitrobenzene first gives a molecular ion with M by Z 123. After the formation of this ion, it eliminates a radical NO dot, forming C6H5O plus with M by Z 93. And from this ion, loss of CO carbon monoxide neutral molecule gives an ion C5H5 plus with M by Z 65. And also from the molecular ion, by the loss of NO2 dot, it gives an ion with the formula C6H5 plus with M by Z 77. After formation of this ion, elimination of acetylene, forming an ion C4H3 plus with M by Z 51. Among all the ions, the phenyl, that is phenyl cation C6H5 plus, that ion has greater stability, and that ion gives a base peak. So far we have discussed fragmentation pattern of certain groups and certain molecules. Next one is interpretation of mass spectra of some compounds. You can see in the next slide. This slide shows mass spectrum of 2-methylpentane. It gives a molecular and peak at M by Z 86. That peak is given by M plus, and by the loss of methyl free radical, it gives another peak at mass 71 and M minus, that is M minus 15 peak. Another peak at M minus 29 by the loss of ethyl free radical at M by Z 57, and by the loss of propyl free radical, it gives a peak at M minus 43 at M by Z 43. That ion is isopropyl cation, which has greater stability, and that ion gives a base peak, that is a peak at M by Z 43, that is base peak, and peak at M by Z 86, that is molecular ion peak, and the remaining peaks are daughter ion peaks. This slide shows mass spectrum of a branched alkane with the structure is given with molecular weight 170. As the compound is branched, no peak is obtained at M by Z 170, and 170 is the molecular weight of the compound. There is no molecular and peak is obtained for this compound. That is due to heavy branching, and after the formation of the molecular ion, the molecular ion is completely fragmented to daughter ions, and so the compound cannot give molecular and peak. And this compound gives base peak at M by Z 57 due to formation of tertiary butyl cation, and also the fragmentation is also given in this slide. This slide shows mass spectrum of methyl bromide, and methyl bromide with molecular weight 94, and it gives a molecular and peak at 94. That peak is molecular and peak, and due to existence of isotope of bromine at equal percentage with normal element, it gives another peak at M by Z 96, and that peak is M plus 2 peak. And also for this compound, this molecular ion peak, molecular ion has greater stability. That peak itself is the base peak. So the M by Z at M by Z 94, the peak obtained is molecular ion peak, and also the same peak is base peak. And the peak at M by Z 96, that is isotope peak M plus 2 peak. And peak at 79, that is Br plus, normal Br plus. And peak at 81, that is isotope of bromine cation. And the peak at M by Z 15 is due to methyl cation by the loss of bromine radical. So these are the peaks obtained for methyl bromide. This slide shows mass spectrum of naphthalene, and it gives a molecular and peak at 128, M by Z 128, and that peak has 10% intensity. That peak is molecular and peak. That peak itself base peak. And the peak at M by Z 129, that is M plus 1 peak, which has intensity 11. That is due to existence of carbon 13 isotope in 1.1 percentage. And the peak at M by Z 130, that peak is another isotope peak, M plus 2 peak, which has very low intensity 0.4. So, and the remaining peaks are daughter ion peaks. So this slide shows molecular ion peak and isotope peaks and daughter ion peaks. This slide shows mass spectrum of nitrobenzene. It gives a peak at M by Z 123, that is molecular ion peak, and by the loss of NO2 free radical, it gives another peak at M by Z 77, corresponding to molecular formula C6H5 plus, and that ion C6H5 plus ion has greater stability. That ion gives base peak. That is peak at M by Z 77 is base peak, and peak at M by Z 123, that is molecular ion peak, and the remaining peaks are daughter ion peaks. These are formed by fragmentation of C6H5 plus. This slide shows mass spectrum of phenol, and it gives a molecular ion peak, and that peak has the peak is itself base peak because that ion has greater stability. At M by Z 94, that peak is base peak and a molecular ion peak, and peak at M by Z 95, that is isotopic M plus 1 peak, and at peak at M by Z 66, that peak is due to loss of CO from molecular ion, and the peak at 65, that is due to loss of HCO, and the remaining peaks are daughter ion peaks. By these are formed by fragmentation. On this slide shows mass spectrum of parachlorotoluene compounds with M by is a molecular weight 126. So the peak obtained at 126, that is molecular and peak, and peak obtained at 128, that peak is M plus 2 peak, and after formation of molecular ion on elimination of chlorine radical, it gives another ion corresponding to the formula C7H7 plus. That ion is tropylium cation with M by Z 91. That ion has greater stability. So at M by Z 91, that peak, that is called base peak, and M by Z 120 126, that is a molecular ion peak, and at 128, that is M plus 2 peak. And here M plus 2 peak intensity is about 1/3 of molecular ion peak, and base peak has a 10% intensity at M by Z 91, corresponding to tropylium cation. This slide shows mass spectrum of 2-chloropropane, and 2-chloropropane as a molecular weight 78. So at M by Z 78, that is molecular ion peak, and at M by Z 80, that is M plus 2 peak, and that peak is due to existence of chlorine 37 isotope, and after the formation of molecular ion by the loss of chlorine radical, it gives a peak at M by Z 43. That peak is due to the ion, that is propyl cation, that is isopropyl cation, and that ion has greater stability. That ion gives a base peak. That peak is at M by Z 43. So at M by Z 43, that peak is base peak, and at M by Z 78, that is molecular ion peak, and M by Z 80, that is M plus 2 peak, and the remaining peaks are some of the fragmented ion peaks. This slide shows mass spectrum of para-bromotoluene with the molecular weight 170. So at M by Z 170, that peak is molecular ion peak, M plus peak, and M by Z 172, that is M plus 2 peak, that is isotope peak. After the formation of molecular ion by the loss of bromine radical, it gives a peak at M by Z 91 corresponding to the ion C7H7 plus, which is propylene cation. That ion has greater stability, so that ion gives the base peak, and the remaining peaks are due to fragmented ions. This slide shows mass spectrum of benzyl bromide with M by Z 170. Here it gives M plus peak, M plus 2 peak, and M plus peak at M by Z 170, and M plus 2 peak at M by Z 172. After the formation of this molecular ion of this compound, it eliminates a bromine radical forming, and that is benzyl cation, that is corresponding to the formula C7H7 plus, which is a tropylium cation and which has greater stability. That ion gives a base peak. Yes, that is this spectrum of this compound is similar to para-bromotoluene. This slide shows mass spectrum of ethanol. It gives molecular ion peak at M by Z 46, and it gives another peak at M by Z 45 due to loss of hydrogen radical, and by the loss of methyl radical from the molecular ion, it gives a peak at M by Z 31, and which is corresponding to the ion CH211OH plus. That ion has greater stability. That ion gives a base peak. I already told that in the case of primary alcohol, a prominent peak is obtained at M by Z 31 corresponding to this ion, and here the ethanol is a primary alcohol and it gives this ion, and that gives a base peak. So the other peaks are fragmented ion peaks. So this slide shows mass spectrum of one propanol. It gives molecular ion peak, and another peak at M plus minus 18 due to loss of water molecule, and by the loss of ethyl radical, it gives another ion, that is CH211OH plus with M by Z 31. That ion has greater stability. That ion gives base peak. So these are about mass spectrum of one propanol. This is also mass spectrum of diethyl ether. It gives a peak at M by Z 74, that is molecular ion peak, and by the loss of methyl radical, it gives another peak at M by Z 59, and by the loss of ethyl radical, it gives another ion, and with the mass M by Z 45 corresponding to the ion CH3CH double bond OH plus, and after the formation of this ion, elimination of CH2 gives an ion, that ion with which has mass M by Z 31. That ion has greater stability. That ion is CH2 double bond OH plus, and that ion gives a base peak. So at M by Z 31, that is a base peak, and at M by Z 74, that is molecular ion peak, and the remaining ions peaks are daughter ion peaks. This slide shows mass spectrum of 2-pentanone. It gives a peak at M by Z 86, that is molecular ion peak. After the formation of the molecular ion, it eliminates a methyl free radical, forming another ion with mass 71. That is due to the ion CH3, CH2, CH2CO plus, and from the molecular ion, by the loss of propyl radical, it gives another ion CH3CO plus with mass 43. So at M by Z 43, that is base peak. That ion has greater stability, and at M by Z 86, that is molecular ion peak, and the remaining peaks are daughter ion peaks. Now this slide shows mass spectrum of methyl benzoate. Yes, molecular weight 136, and it gives a peak at M by Z 136. That peak is molecular ion peak. After the formation of molecular ion by the loss of ethoxy free radical, it gives an ion, that is C6H5CO plus, that's benzyl cation, which has M by is at 105. So that ion gives a base peak, and after the formation of this ion and elimination of C1 neutron molecule, it gives an ion C6H5 plus with mass 77. So at M by is at 77, there is another peak corresponds to phenyl cation, and from that ion and loss of acetylene C2H2, it gives another ion with the formula C4H3 plus with mass 51. So these are the ions formed on fragmentation of methyl benzoate. So the peak at M by 136, that is molecular ion peak, and the peak at 105, that peak is base peak. Other peaks are daughter ions peaks. This slide shows mass spectrum of propylbenzene and isopropylbenzene. Both are having same molecular weight. So the peak at M by 120, that is molecular ion peak. And in the case of propylbenzene, by the loss of ethyl free radical, it gives an ion. That ion has a formula C7H7 plus. That ion is tropylium ion, and with mass 91, and this ion has greater stability. So this the ion gives base peak. After the formation of tropylium ion by the loss of acetylene, it gives another ion C5H5 plus with mass M by Z 65. So these are the fragmentation pattern of propylbenzene. But in the case of isopropylbenzene, by the loss of methyl free radical, methyl CH3 dot, it gives an ion methyl tropylium ion, tropylium cation, methyl tropylium cation with the mass 105 with the formula C7H6CH3 plus. That ion gives base peak in the case of isopropylbenzene. And for the molecular ion, by the loss of isopropyl radical, it gives an ion, that is phenyl cation C6H5 plus with mass 77. And by the loss of acetylene from this ion, it gives an ion with the formula C4H3 plus with the mass 51. So these are the fragmentation pattern of isopropyl benzene. So in the case of isopropyl benzene, the peak obtained at M by Z 105, that is base peak, corresponds to methyl tropylium cation. This slide shows mass spectrum of methyl cyanide, which has molecular weight 41, and the peak obtained at M by Z 41, that peak is molecular ion peak, and this ion has greater stability. The molecular ion peak itself acts as the base peak, and by the loss of H dot, it gives another peak with M by Z 40, and by the loss of another hydrogen radical, it gives a peak at M by Z 39, and by the loss of another hydrogen free radical, it gives a peak at M by Z 38, and it gives a peak at M by Z 14, that is due to loss of HCN from the molecular ion, that is the formation of CH2 plus. Next topic, resolution. Resolution, this term is related with the instrument. There are two types of mass spectrometer on the basis of resolution. One is a low resolution instrument, R value 2000. The symbol for resolution is R. It is R is equal to M divided by delta M. M is the mass of a peak, and delta M, that is a difference in mass with the adjacent peak. And there are two types. One is low resolution instrument, R value 2000. Another one is high resolution instrument, R value 10,000 to 15,000. So low resolution instrument can separate unit mass up to 2000. That is R is equal to 2000 divided by 2000 minus 1999. That is equal to 2000. That is using a low resolution instrument. The instrument detects a peak with M by 2000 and with peak with 1999. High resolution instrument with 10,000 resolution can separate an ion of mass 500 from one mass of 499.95. That is R is equal to 500 divided by 500 minus 499.95, that is equal to 10,000. That is, high resolution instrument with a 10,000 resolution can separate an ion with M by Z 500 from peak with M by Z 499.95. That is high resolution instrument with resolution 10,000 value. So resolution means that is a term related with the instruments. Next topic, CI method. So far we have discussed electron impact method. In electron impact method there are some disadvantages, and the disadvantage is that it is a frequent absence of molecular ion. That is about 10 to 20% the organic compound may lack molecular ion in EI spectra. That is a lack of molecular ion, molecular and peak is due to instability of the molecular ion. That is, the case of about 20% of the organic compound, the molecular ion is completely fragmented to dot ions. So about 20% of the organic compound cannot give molecular ion peak. So there is another method is used to detect the molecular ion peak. That method is called as electron. That is CI method, chemical ionization method. Next topic, chemical ionization method. The lack of molecular ion or molecular ion of low abundance is avoided in this method. In this method, a reagent gas like methane, ammonia, isopropane is any one of these is allowed to pass into the ion chamber along with the sample. This gas is also, the reagent gas is also ionized along with the sample. If we take the reagent gas, methane as a reagent gas, then on taking methane on ionization, it gives CH4 plus dot plus 2 electrons. In the EI, the ion produced reacts with the counterpart, gives bimolecular reaction. That is, methane molecule plus a molecular ion of methane gives protonated methane along with the methyl radical. If the sample ions are also volatilized in this mixture of ions CH5 plus, it gives the CH5 plus, it acts as strong acid and it gives acid product of the sample. Here M is the molecule of the sample and methane is the reagent gas, and CH5 plus means that is a protonated methane, and it protonates the molecule of the sample gives MH plus, and the MH plus is somewhat stable than M plus. Thus, in CA spectra, molecular weight information is obtained. The observed M by Z value is 1 unit greater than the molecular weight. That is, MH plus gives the peak 1 mass unit greater than molecular ion, and from the M by Z value of MH plus, that is protonated molecule, we can infer the molecular weight of the compound by simply subtracting 1 from the M by Z of MH plus. Advantage of CI method, that is advantage, there is a lack of molecular ion or molecular ion of low abundance is avoided in CI method. With this, I want to conclude my presentation on mass spectroscopy and its applications. I think this presentation is more useful for pharmacy students of our college, Qadir Muin College, during this current situation of COVID-19 pandemic. This slide shows the steps to be followed, the current situation of COVID-19 pandemic. I express my sincere thanks to all viewers, expecting positive and negative comments on this presentation, the comment box, and this presentation covers major portion of the syllabus. I wish all the students all success. Thank you one and all.